Why do you support Trump?
Well, a big reason actually just came up today. You know why?
What?
He revoked the red card for Folarin Balogun. You know who that is?
No.
Of course you don't. He's on the Team USA.
Okay. All right. Why do you support Trump?
That's what I just said.
No, tell me an actual reason.
Border security. That's a good one.
Okay, border security. Okay, so can you tell me?
He made the border much more secure.
Okay.
From Biden's
Can you name one
administration.
benefit that's had on our society?
Well, did he or did he not? Just say yes or no.
I would say that he did provide more border security, but I would say that it was at a negative implication because it's in violation of constitutionally protected rights.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah,
How
like
did that
they
happen?
violated due process rights.
You want me to tell you how that's a good thing, and how it affected our lives?
Yeah, explain to me how violating the Constitution and undermining people's due process rights is good.
No, how border security improved our lives. You said that
Border
before.
security improved the lives. Okay, so
Like our lives, like American lives.
yeah, how has it made our lives better?
Safety.
Safety. Okay, so so you think that this country is more safe because Donald Trump is in the position of presidency?
I did not say that at all. I said border security made us more safe.
I understand, but you're saying that
Yeah.
Trump did more border security, which would have made us more safe. So I'm asking, do you think that with Trump in office, that we are safer in the country, comparative to Democrats being in office?
I think you're twisting my words, bro.
I asked you a question, sir.
Can you stop twisting my words, bro? Come on.
I asked you a question.
I don't play that games, bro. Even Satana knows that.
I'm sorry that me asking you a question hurt your feelings. Are you okay, you snowflake?
Hey, and can you stop with the insults too, bro?
No,
I didn't call you a single insult yet, bro. Let's be respectful here.
don't care. Would you like to hurry up
Why
and
not?
answer the questions or talk to me, or do you want me to move on to the next person?
Repeat that question, buddy. Come on.
Oh, okay. So I asked you either to name something that Donald Trump's done to make the country better, explain how Donald Trump's border security has made the country better in any meaningful way, right? Or you could explain how Donald Trump has made conditions safer in the country.
I just said border security, lower encounters, lower people trying to come in. I just said that. Are you even listening to me, bro? Come on.
Yeah, I already responded to that. I asked you, how did border security make the country better off?
Less undocumented people are coming in. That
You just
overall
repeated the
makes it
same
more-
claim.
What are you talking about, bro? I just that makes our country more secure and more safe. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you said it makes us more safe. I asked you, how has it made us
Yes.
more safe?
Trafficking.
Okay, so you think that we're holding
Yeah.
more individuals accountable for trafficking within the country?
No, it's just more secure, so less people can get trafficked and drugged.
Okay, so you think that Trump reduces trafficking as opposed to the Democrats?
With his border security, it has more prior to the last administration. Yeah.
And I'm just asking a question for clarification. Overall, do you think
I feel
that
like
Donald
you say
Trump...
this to trick people, bro. You're just
That's
tricking
okay.
people.
Overall, do you think Donald Trump is better for addressing trafficking?
From the southern border, yes.
Only from the southern border, not overall?
I'm just talking about the border security from
Why
the southern
can't you
border.
answer
Yeah.
any of my questions or talk to me?
I am right now.
You're not. I'm asking you a very direct question, and you're purposefully not answering the question. If you don't want to have a conversation with me, you could just leave.
I just said yes, buddy. Come on.
No, I didn't get a response. What was my question, sir?
Has J. Trump, President Trump, decreased the amount of trafficking and
Overall, yeah.
overall? Yes.
Okay. Okay. So as opposed to Democrats, so then how do you feel
As
about the
opposed
fact?
to the last administration.
Yeah. How do you feel about the fact
Yes.
that he purposefully has prevented the release of the Epstein files? Do you think
Oh
that's
my
holding people
God,
accountable for
bro.
trafficking?
Oh my God, bro.
I'm asking what your thoughts are.
You're just pivoting, bro. I'm talking about the border, bro, and you're talking about the Epstein files now. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you said you have this goal, right, when you're voting for border policy as to why you support Trump, and that's specifically to hold people accountable for committing trafficking, okay? If that is a goal that you
Okay.
have, is to hold people accountable for committing trafficking, I'm simply just asking you, how do you feel about Donald Trump undermining this goal of yours in one of the most blatant ways you could possibly point to?
Okay, but from my point of view, you do see how that's a big pivot going
No.
from border security to the files. That is a big pivot.
Can I be clear? I just explained it. If you are
You're not
purposely
being
not
clear.
going to acknowledge that I just explained it, I will just move on.
Okay, move on. Concede.
All right, later.
Concede.
I mean, if
Debate
you
one,
don't want to
debate
answer
one.
my questions directly, it's fine. I explained why I brought it up. If that is too much for you,
I did.
then I will go on to the next person. Like, so you
Okay,
have
kick
your
me and you
goal
concede.
is that you want to hold people accountable for committing trafficking. I'm just asking you a basic question. How do you feel about Donald Trump not preventing the release of all the Epstein files? Because that is holding people accountable, or not holding people accountable for committing trafficking, correct?
Not good. Not good.
Not good.
I don't feel
So
good
do
about
you
that
think
yet.
that Donald Trump's intention with implementing his border security policy is to reduce the level of trafficking?
Yeah, and overall to protect Americans.
If you think that that's his goal, is overall to protect Americans and to hold people
No,
accountable for trafficking, then why did he not release all of the Epstein files? Simple question.
dude, I just said, yo, you're pivoting, bro. I just said that the
This
border,
is not a pivot.
him
I'm
making the border
sorry that
more,
you're just
him making the border more
genuinely
secure.
like disengaged at the point.
You're disengaging, talking about the Epstein files, but I'm talking about the border. You're conceding, bro. You're conceding to the point. You're
There is
losing,
no
bro.
concession. I've simply
Yes,
just
there is.
No,
You're
it's not.
pivoting. That's a huge pivot. Going from the border to the Epstein files, bro. That's a huge pivot. You're just losing, bro.
I explained.
Can we
I
debate
think you.
about the
I think you're
border, or are you
purposefully.
conceding?
I think you're purposefully trying to not understand what I'm saying to try to pivot away from the point that I'm making. Because I explained the relevance. I said, why do you think that Donald Trump's goals for addressing border security specifically would be the limiting of trafficking if he has not prevented the release of the Epstein files, which cares that he doesn't care at all about preventing the release of the Epstein files. I mean about getting the Epstein files released and the justice for the
Keep stumbling on
survivors.
your words, bro. You're losing. You know you're losing.
Is that
You're
really your
laughing,
best
but it's
argument? That's
true.
adorable. That's adorable. That's
Is
your
it
best argument. Your
adorable
best
but
argument
true,
is
bro?
to say
Come
that
on.
I'm misspeaking.
Mumbling. No, not misspeaking, bro. Come on.
No, I misspoke.
You mumbled.
No, I misspoke
I literally heard you mumble. What are you talking about?
because I was misspeaking.
Exactly. You mumbled. Like,
Is that supposed to be an own?
yeah.
Is
I'm
that
getting you
really the best you have in this
wrapped up in your
conversation?
brain.
Okay, so again,
That
I'll
you
go
also
over and I'll
pivoted.
explain it. I want you to listen very closely because I'm explaining to you the
All right.
relevance.
All right.
If you don't care to hear that, or you're not smart enough to hear that, well then I don't see how we can move on to this conversation. Okay, so you said that you like his border security policy because it reduces
Yeah.
trafficking. Okay,
Yeah.
and you said net Trump reduces trafficking. I said, okay, do you think Donald Trump's goals specifically with implementing border security is to reduce trafficking? You said yes. And I said, okay, if these are his goals, then how come there are case scenarios in which
And to make the
show that
country more
those
safe.
aren't his goals? That he doesn't care about the average American, right, or the survivors of Epstein getting justice. He's prevented the release of the files. He doesn't care about holding people accountable for trafficking. He's prevented the release of the files purposefully. So that's
he
what
has
I'm
released
saying.
the files.
That's what I'm saying. You have to understand, I'm addressing the very goal you're saying that you are trying to achieve from supporting Donald Trump's border security policy in the very first place.
Okay.
And I can also give you an argument from the individual basis for border security as to why I think that my position would account for trafficking to a greater extent than Donald Trump's position. But I'm simply just trying to bring this up to you so that you understand that Donald Trump's goals with implementing his border security policy is not to reduce trafficking, is not to provide justice for the Americans who have been disenfranchised by people who are, or people specifically who have a people, right? It's because he's just trying to get elected. And he's just trying to use things like this to get elected or to supplement
just trying to get
to
elected.
cement power.
What are you talking about? See, now you're just stumbling on your words. You're
I
pivoting.
explained.
You're not thinking throughly, bro. You're just.
I did.
you're
I
just-
literally
you're-
just explained
you're
all
just
of it, and
lying
you're
the
not
whole
responding to
time.
anything I said.
I am responding right now.
Well, go ahead.
So Trump's border security and all of his policies have decreased the amount of people trying to come in. That reduces trafficking, reduces drugs coming in. That just increases safety. Not
you-
just trafficking.
I've already responded to
other
all these
stuff
things.
too. Yeah, and it's the truth.
Okay.
Is it the truth or not?
No,
It's not true that it didn't decrease any of that.
I don't think that we're safer because of Trump's administration.
I didn't say that. I said I think we're safer because of border policies.
I don't think we're safer under Trump's border policies as opposed to the Biden-Harris administration.
Explain.
Yeah, because I think that the Biden-Harris administration's immigration policy had us below the level of border crossings at the end of Biden's administration compared to the end of Trump's first administration. I believe that the crimes associated specifically with people coming across the border are less prevalent than natural-born U.S. citizens, right? So the idea that, like, deporting people at mass who are proportionally less likely to commit violent crime is going to be beneficial to the crime rate is something that I dispute in the very first place.
Okay, would you rather screen the? Would you hear me out? Hear me out. Would you rather
oxy.
screen people from coming in and just stop it overall from taking the risk of letting people to come in and be able to do a crime?
I think inevitably I would love to have a society where we can vet as many people as possible, but I do think that like if we're talking about what's going to reduce the crime rates more, we have to look at the overall evidence, and the overall evidence indicates that mass deportation wouldn't even reduce the crime rate if you're talking about the
Hmm.
average right undocumented immigrant in the country, because they're proportionally less likely to commit these crimes compared to natural born U.S. citizens. So if you have a population that's proportionally less likely to commit these crimes, and you remove that population from the overall population or subset of data, well then that or overall set of data, then that means that you're going to increase the average crime rate of the existing population because you removed a part of the population that had a lower than average rate of crime.
It would still remove criminals, bro.
Okay,
And the
I'm just gonna
chance of
kick you.
more
You're
crime.
not smart enough to have a conversation.